What's up, y'all? It's the Big Bamboo and Silent. Here with some more info. Uh, I like saying, peace out, to those, whoever may watch this, the ones that are developing with themselves spiritually, all that old shit, I would like to say peace out to you. Peace to the mothers, peace to the real mothers out here, and also peace to the fathers as well. Um, so yeah. Um, Tonight I'm gonna be speaking a little bit on understanding um life. Um a lot of us, and like what I notice from people in life is that people are not patient. We have a society where people are so impatient it's ridiculous. If somebody orders some food from a restaurant, they expect to have their food immediately after they order it, like 2, 3 minutes later. It ain't gonna happen that way. You gotta realize they gotta go back there, cook your shit, season it, right? Make it taste right so that you can enjoy your meal. This shit ain't gonna be able to come back right then and there. It has to take time. But people in this world are so impatient. They feel like everything needs to happen because they say it need to happen, right? They want everything to happen on their accord because if it don't, then they gonna lash out and start talking shit to people. That's called narcissism. That's what that is. Most people that are impatient are narcissists because a narcissist is always gonna feel like they have the best word over the other and they gonna always feel like they right when 99% of the time they wrong like a motherfucker. They not right. So they always react off of how they feel rather than realizing the reality. Like, nigga, it's only been about 10 minutes. Your food, they just now preparing your shit now. Nigga, they gotta make your shit. It ain't gonna come back exactly when you want it to. You got to be patient. You got to wait. But people don't want to be patient because they feel like everything got to happen when they want it to. And that's ignorance. We live in a very impatient world. Very, very impatient. Right? And most people that are impatient are people that has had everything given to them. Once you have had everything given to you in your life and you never really worked for nothing in your life, you gonna become impatient to everything because you feel like everybody need to give you what you want right then and there. If somebody don't give it to you right then and there, you gonna lash out, crying, whining, bitching, because you feel like you need to have it. But you have to realize that everything has to happen on its own accord. Can't nothing just happen right then and there. That's why I don't like people like when you ask me to define the definition of being a loser. What is a loser? A loser is someone that gives up too easily. As soon as shit get hard and shit don't look right, you automatically lose. I mean, you automatically quit. That's you a loser. Everything in life gonna be tough. You ain't gonna be able to get somewhere. It ain't nothing gonna be there to try to stop you. It's gonna happen. It's a universal thing. When you getting close to something that represents something that's bigger than yourself, that's when you're gonna be met with all the trials and tribulations and all the motherfucking obstacles because you doing some shit that's gonna help you get to your highest self. So you gotta be tested just to see what you gonna do when shit get bad and it look like ain't nothing gonna happen? What are you gonna do? Is you gonna lash out or you gonna stay the course? You gotta do what you gotta do. I've been tested. I just went through a phase where I was tested last month. But I stayed, I fought it out and I did what I did. Cause I understand it's all for a greater purpose. But a lot of people so weak and they are impatient, excuse me, to where they just give up and say, this is it. I can't do it no more. It's over. And when you do that, that's when shit go bad. And that's when you start looking back and be like, damn, I could have did that if I stuck it in there. And that's what make you a loser. That's when you are a full loser, when you give up too easily. That's like going to the gym and fucking walking on the treadmill, right? And 4 or 5 minutes in, you are, I'm too tired, my legs, I can't do it no more. I ain't doing it. You give it up too easily. You a loser. You don't want to work hard. You don't want to make yourself become better. You have to work hard. You got to push through it. At some point in time, you going to have to go into a God state within you to where don't nothing phase you. You're going to have to find it. You know? And you just have to realize in life that everything happens on its own accord. Universally, everything happens or things happen when it's, agreed by the universe. When it's agreed by the universe that things will happen. People talk about manifestation and talk about you can manifest anything you want. You can, but you have to be realistic. You manifesting a Ferrari, right? If you manifest a Ferrari, what does the Ferrari carry in your life far as a standpoint of value? Like, what value does it really care? Or does it really serve other than just being a car you can ride around in? What does it do to you spiritually? Right? Or do you want the car because it serves something for you spiritually, or do you want the car just because that's just what you want? From an egotistical, materialistic standpoint, you have to find out what you want it for. The universe can work in your favor because you are the universe, but you also have to have common sense in what you want something for. Right? And you have to realize that some things may not manifest in your life because you're not supposed to have those things. So the way your life is set up to where you have to go through certain shit you're going through. You may have to struggle in order for you to learn how to revisit your higher self. Right? So this is why I say when it comes to manifestation and getting in all that shit, you have to be realistic about the shit that you want coming into your life. Right? But you also have to look at your life and be like, do I really need that? Does that really serve me? Right? Because you could be in a fucked up, poor situation, but like, man, I want a nice car. I want me a nice car one day. All right, you get that car. What else you got? What else gonna make you happy? When that car broke down and you ain't got no gas money, how you gonna feel about that car then? You ain't gonna really love it that much because you can't even put anything into it so you could drive that motherfucker. You feel me? So you got to be, very aware and very realistic of certain things. You also have to be patient on when you want something to happen for you. Ain't gonna just happen overnight. Right? It was an old Disney movie. called 16 Wishes, right? This girl, it was her 16th birthday. So the whole day on her 16th birthday, she just making wishes. Right? She light a candle, right? Make a wish, and then when she blow out the candle, this is when her wish would come true. She lit 16 candles, right? And out of all those 16 candles she lit, every wish she made was all as opposed to what she thought she needed. But then towards the end, when she was on her last candle, right, she had to make one more wish, and her wish was for her life to go back to the way it was before because she had fucked up her life, right? With the other wishes she had used with the other candles. That last one, she said, "No, I ain't gonna fuck this up. I want my shit to go back to the way it was," because she had fucked her life up. She said, "I wish I was grown." So now, fast forward, she 25 years old. She got to pay her own bills. She's struggling like a motherfucker. She like, nah, I don't want this shit. I wish to go back to being a 16-year-old and have my life be normal again, right? She made all those wishes. But in all those wishes she made, that last candle she had, she wished to go back to how everything used to be. So what is that teaching you? That's teaching you that you may want things to happen right then and there, right? But if it happened too fast, you may not be prepared for it. But if it happened naturally, you may learn to understand how to adapt, right, to a different lifestyle. You may know how to adapt to living a reality that's not what you used to. You feel me? So you look at it like that in life. You want things to happen quick, but you may not be ready for it. You have to be patient. You have to be able to let things happen the way it happens. The universe know that you may not be ready for something. You ain't ready, so it ain't happening because you're not ready. But then you try to force it and rush it, then you look crazy. And then you force it and rush it and don't nothing happen the way you want it to happen, then you're going to really want to give up. You got to calm down. You got to let everything be the way it is. You got to calm your shit. All these motivational speakers out here that be telling you, oh, it's just out there, go get it all. Yeah, most of that is true, but these motherfuckers ain't telling you that that shit that you want ain't gonna happen in the same day. They not telling you that. See, you focused on, oh, I can have it right there, but it may not happen the same day. You gonna have to work towards it. You gonna have to go through ups and downs, and that's gonna be the shit that's gonna kill your whole motivation because it's not happening right then and there. So you have to realize that you have to have your own experience in that shit, and you have to have your own clear understanding. Everything gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen. You gotta look at it from a universal standpoint. The universe moves at a motion. The universe don't go at time. It doesn't. Time does not exist in the universe. Everything in the universe moves in a motion, right? A straight motion, up and down, up and down, as above, so below. That's where as above, so below came from the universe. That's where that came from, the universe, because everything is above, so below. Right? So it's a as above, so below type of motion going on when you talk about the universe and frequency and how everything is operating. So you have to be mindful that some things may happen and then some things may just not happen. You have to know and understand why it may happen or why it may not happen because it ain't meant for you. If it don't happen, if it do happen, it was meant for you. Mike Tyson was meant to be a boxer. Michael Jordan was meant to be a basketball player. Denzel was meant to be an actor. That's why shit happened in their favor and they was getting blessed with certain shit that was coming out of nowhere that they didn't know where because the universe wanted them to be what they wanted to be. That was what their mission was from a universal standpoint is to be what they were. Because we talk about we are the or Rod Hayes talked about we are the examples of the universe, which is a fact. So Michael Jordan, he's an example of the universe of, greatness. Because the universe is all about greatness. The universe is all about the impossible being possible. Nothing is off limits in the universe. The universe is a free will universe. So he showed you that you could be a bad, cold motherfucker if you just put the work in. People try to say, oh, talent, talent. No, you have to put the work in. Hard work outweighs a lot of shit. Because you can have a talent, but if you don't have the hard work to be able to be consistent with your talent, then you ain't going to be shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers that was good at basketball, but they never made it into the league because they didn't have the hard work ethic. They didn't have the discipline. So that's why they ain't never made it. So having talent don't mean shit. Not necessarily if you don't have your hard work. If you work hard, then you're going to be straight. But if you don't work hard and you don't really take shit serious, you ain't gonna be shit. That's just a fucking reality. That's just the truth. So, this is the thing you have to understand from a universal standpoint. We have to be patient. You have to know that shit ain't gonna just happen because you say it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. Right? So this how you have to be with things. This was just some quick information I wanted to get out. And yeah. So that being said, this the Big Band Boom. And I'm signing out, man. I'm gone. Deuces.